Yo, I'm Sizor, a League of Legends coach, and I'm currently grinding to Challenger again. My main champ is Viego, and I asked the Viego mains Reddit community what kind of teams they're interested in to learn about. Today, we will cover the comment asking about how to set up a gank, when to gank, and who to focus. I have prepared 5 different games with different examples of ganks and will explain it very detailed. Before each game, you get the chance of a short pathing quiz where I blend in the team comps and you can think about where you would path as Viego. Please pause the video at those times if you want to, because this video will be long and detailed already. A short introduction for this topic, which we have to understand as junglers. One camp is worth around 100 gold and 100 to 200 experience. Generally, do not skip camps in the early game. You lose tempo, gold, experience, everything if you do that. Be on your camps when they respawn until you are on power spikes and can pressure the whole map. I don't give any fucks if the laners ping for help, like, oh, please gang me, come here now, if it puts ourselves behind. Unless there's a guaranteed free kill nearby, do not interrupt your early clears, which will have a huge domino effect. It will desynchronize all your following clears, therefore you will be off tempo, you will be losing objectives, you will be delaying timers. Pure chaos, man. Before we start out with the first pathing quiz, pathing also decides what lane you want to put pressure on. There are 3 different things to consider. First, where do I have lane priority? When the scuttle spawns at 255, because you do not want to be collapsed on by the side laners. Second, on what lane do we win the 2v2 or the 3v3? Is it bot or top? And the same for the enemy perspective. Third, where does the enemy jungler want to path to, and is it important to defend a specific lane? This is often the case if you have a Kayle top. Last but not least, your first consistent gank timer is around 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That's the average time a jungler needs to have finished his full clear. Some are faster, some are slower, but keep the 0 to 45 timer in your mind. For the first game, where would you path to? So I choose to path into top lane. And this has a specific reason. Because we have Sion against Vayne on top lane, and we have Jinx Nami versus the enemy Twitch Lulu bot lane, and the jungle matchup is Viego on me versus the enemy Xin Zhao. So I will not have priority on top lane. I'm totally aware of that. And we may win the 3 versus 3 on bot side, which also is a lane both enchanter support who like to trade a lot. But the enemy Vayne is gonna hard stomp the Sion if she's not gonna get any jungle interaction. Like Sion, the 1v1, he's gonna completely lose, and then we end up having maybe a Lulu, even if the Twitch is behind, with the super fat Vayne. And I know that when the Sion gets even to the Vayne, and if we can burn her flash early on, she will not have it for Sion's level 6. He can even look for a solo kill on her. And Sion can grab his ninja tabi, he can get the warden's mail, he can itemize super well into her and stabilize a lot from getting just being equal to Vayne, which he can't do on his own. He needs my assistance for it. So with me knowing that I just have to let the bot lane know to be careful and trying to gank the Vayne, we can put a lot of pressure on her and take her out of the game and take care of the Twitch later on. So let's see how it turns out. So here, important side note, Vayne went for a ward. So I could see that we also only put on my vision. I could notice she stepped into the river, she warded, so I'm holding the scuttle down here. And I want to avoid her seeing me. So I already ping my jungle path thing that I'm gonna go there, and we will first see it from the enemy POV, play it out a bit. She's gonna try to crash the wave. Sion just misses his Q. Oh, and suddenly she gets ganked. Try to give the Sion the kill so we can stabilize. Just what I said. Help him push out the lane. And yeah. So let's see what I did there. As already said, I know that she had a vision over there. So she's gonna see this whole area, but she's super overstepped. Sai misses the Q, she steps forward. Now she's gonna see me, so I immediately go into my E the moment she's gonna have vision on me. She noticed it a bit late, because my E doesn't show me on the minimap then. Sai flashes on her, stuns her. I know she has condom, so this is very important detail. She now has her Q out, which is a mistake of hers. She should hold it. And I can just, this is her condom animation when she grabs this thing. So what I can do is I buffer my W the moment she releases it, the thing, make sure to release the Viego W as well, because now she stuns herself with the E animation and I can guarantee to hit my W. And now she's just dead. So I'm a bit afraid that she's gonna kill the Scion in the meantime. And I could just auto-attack here, right? I'm in range, but I want Scion to have the kill. So we take her down. So let's follow up and what we got from this. We can see here that the Scion now has a lot of pressure against the Vayne. They are very equal in the lane. Like Scion, she doesn't have the burst, he can trade her. He plays with Comet, so he's looking for ease on her. And she's very low. Sadly, I ping that signals to retreat, that the enemy jungler is top-sided. He wants to dive her very badly, instead of just going base and using his lead, which is just how it goes. And they end up taking him down. So here I see the Vayne auto-taking the wave. So she definitely wants to push this in. This is what her actions are gonna tell me, just from watching her doing. She wants to crush this wave. Be like, oh, Scion is dead, let's do it. So I sneak into this bush, because I could already notice it being down here. I ward this bush here, because I know that the Xin Zhao is somewhere around here. He just left the lane that way, and I know his camps are up. So I'm gonna come over here, and I cut off her way. So I just cure, she puts on the ghost, I hold my W, release it at the last second, just smite her to slow her, give her another Q, and now I cut off her way. She wards it. I can't clear the ward though yet. And now I know that she left this way, and I can just finish her off with the WQ. The Scion lane is stable now, he has the ninja tabbies, he's fine, but the enemy bot lane is super ahead, right? How can we punish it? So the Twitch now has no flash. Let's see it from the Twitch views first and see how it plays out. So here, blue team has a big stacked wave. He sees the Viego down there. The choppers are out. We see Viego returns, Ari hovers, and she leaves again. He clears the wave. And Lulu clears some wards. He's like, oh, I'm kind of safe, no? Did they recall? I'm gonna ward this. Maybe they're in there. Oh, shit. Yes, they are. Bam. Alright, so how did this play happen? Let's rewind it a bit. Because this play already happens half a minute earlier. We put on my vision again. So I'm clearing my camp here. And I see this wave state. But I have my Kraken Slayer here at base. So I very much want to recall. And look at my camp respawn timers. What I said in the intro already. And they're all down. So what I do here now is I get my Kraken Slayer, my items. Grab the red trinket, the pink ward. And I immediately use the home guards to rush down. We could also have looked at mid lane for a kill, but bot lane is desperately needing help. And Annie was recalling. So the first thing I do is that with the pushed lane, like this, if the lane is pushed, lane ganks is what you want to do. Therefore, we're gonna make sure that we sweep this area. So we find a ward here, so they know now that I'm here. I clear all the vision and make sure that my bot lane gets the wave in. I have nothing to lose here. I do not have any camps. Now we pretend to leave, but we don't. So we go into the second bush. She sweeps again for whatever reason, but the important thing is to not stand in the first bush, because what people will do is they will always ward or check the first bush, like with spells or use their trinket or whatever. They are very cautious of this bush being a danger zone. So even putting a ward in here is very bad, because he could have placed a ward instead or something, and then he knows that people are standing in here and he could be suspicious. But yeah, now he puts in the ward. He didn't see that this ward already went invisible. And now he places his W, but since he has no flash, he's now 100% dead. W auto attack flash, and then ult through his barrier. And we take him down. Now as a little follow-up, generally I'd skip to the next sequence, but this is like immediately after this. My bot lane just got 17 seconds cooldown on the Twitch death timer. And we know that Xin Zhao is somewhere around bot lane. I can show it as well. We knew jungle tracking that he was somewhere around bot lane. So my bot lane just crashes this wave, recalls and matches the time of the Twitch. Can maybe even go for a plating. And the wave is going to perfectly bounce back to them. They can use the item lead. So what is Xin Zhao going to do if my bot lane is going to go back with him being on bot lane and having his item? He's going to look for a gank. Sion is not on the map. Bot lane could have been base. So his next play is to look at mid lane. Immobile Annie. She has flash, but Ari has also ult, flash, ignite. So I'm like, alright, if this guy is there, maybe even Twitch coming out of base for whatever crazy reason, but especially the Xin Zhao, I pink ward this and I just wait here for the Xin Zhao to come. But my bot lane over pushed. My Annie, let's actually have a look at this. Me waiting for the counter gank in the meantime, my Annie decides to like, I'm gonna 100 to 0 the Ari. Like, holy shit, she's like, bam. Didn't even need to flash. Like, what is this? She just like completely dies. Holy shit. And the Xin Zhao went bot-sided. So with me now realizing, oh, he's actually bot-sided, not looking on any. I'm like, alright, even though my camps are now spawning, I know this is like a free kill and yeah, he has no flash. Auto attack because he went with my attack move. And I just take him down as well. Now I have to push out this wave. And I'm also gonna show this. Because now look at this guy. What is he thinking? No flash. Just because this is like a bit Viego specific, right? So I'm gonna push this. My ult is about to run out. I close the gap with my ult. He slowed. I auto attack, Q auto attack, and then W auto attack. Because I'm still in auto attack range. And then he just dies. It's like, he's gonzo. So the next sequence is, we already stabilized the Sion topside, right? He has his items, he's super fine there. And I still want to focus on now punishing the people without a flash. So the Arya's ult, she's a bit trickier, but once Twitch doesn't have a flash, he's just like always a free kill. Like even if they have a Lulu ult or whatever, he's like not that strong in the early game. It's, yeah. So let's see how this plays out. This is Twitch Zero. Gets a kill. Thinks he can push this in. Oh, Nami actually stayed. So he's like, oh, I have to crash this wave or I'm gonna lose 3 waves. I can't let her. I would just murder her. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what's happening? He's dead. And he's gone. So how did this happen? Let's rewind it from my POV. Probably you can already assume this play already takes place way earlier than we think. So I have my 2 items power spike. And right here, you see, I can now value ganking over taking camps. So I see that they want to crash this wave, and I got the information that Twitch has no flash. So I know that Lulu just cleared a ward here. She just cleared a ward, placed her ward. So I know she's gonna, because we have a pink ward here, she's gonna clear this ward as well. Like put a ward down here as well. That was her movement. So I have to wait for her, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's gonna auto-attack it, what she wants to do, but my Jinx opens up at the same time, so she turns down. Because you can see her, she has vision. Now she doesn't have vision anymore. And this is the moment I start going in. So if Jinx doesn't commit right now, we have no Nami or nothing, and I can't fly over there, right? Like I could ult here potentially. But like still, this is like, this was not how I imagined the play going. I just went on the Lulu then, and if the Twitch stays, we just dive him or we zone him off and we just play the whole bot lane. Jinx gets a turret, gets super a lot of plates. I just hover in the jungle. That's what I wanted to do. But he just murders her, and I'm like, all right, let me clear the wave. And this is also an important side note, because I'm posturing, is that the right word? I'm standing right here, kind of defensively, right? If I'm standing here and while I'm clearing the minions, I'm already moving this way, they know I'm also want to take the next wave. But I'm just like here pretending to just clear the wave, and my body language says I'm gonna return back into my jungle or go anywhere else, but I'm not gonna go this direction. I want to go this direction. This is what I want them to think. So I quickly turn back, but I never want to, because I want them, the last thing I want them to see is that I run this way. But my idea is to wait in here, because Jinx is dead for like 20 seconds, so she's not gonna get the wave anyway. And Twitch wants to have this wave, because he was still fairly high HP, has time, even if he resets after the wave, he can still match the tempo. So I'm like, all right, Nami knows it, Nami is aware, so she's gonna hold the wave, and Twitch now is like, I can't let you do this, while I'm still standing there. And remember, he has no flash, right? So I'm in a huge advantage. Not sure if she needed to flash there, but it's fine. And we get him down. And now Jinx is on the way back and has a 30-second timer now on him because of what he did there. So she's gonna get the whole turret, everything. And yeah, it's just lane ganks OP. Again, for the second game, where would you path to? So in game 2, I decided to path into bot lane. The matchups is Rumble top with Ignite against Ornn top with the TP. And we have Yunara Thresh against Samira Nautilus on bot lane. And our jungle matchup is me and Viego against the enemy Naafiri. So I could also path into top side, and we could get the Rumble super far ahead, because he has a summon advantage. We do win the 2v2. And but I also know a bot lane is like, whoever comes first on bot lane is gonna snowball this, because bot lane is the enemies only want to go in. And same for like with my Thresh and Yunara being like super scaling, she can just snowball super hard. And if she gets like ahead, we can also take down the Ornn later on. And Rumble somehow still works, even if he's like behind. He just ults the waves if he gets ganked, and that's it. He can just ult the wave, and the enemies can't push the turrets, and he's not going to lose anything. In theory. So in this game here, we have also a scenario where it doesn't work out as planned because of RNG, like because of they are still solo queue players or whatever. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I think it's a nice example of how to still make it work. They kill my Yunara. I try to come in to save my Thresh and maybe get a return kill on the Samira. I have to go on the Samira here. I can't go on the Nautilus because I'm not going to kill the Nautilus in the time where Samira is otherwise going to finish me, while Nautilus is not going to deal that much damage. She still deals a bit of damage, but yeah. She flashes my combo, uses both her summoners, and I can just make it out. I know she has nothing to follow up. Naafiri is going to come as well. So we have to peace out here. I can also let this play for a bit. They take him down as well, but he gets a return kill on the Nautilus. So I just recall. And we know Naafiri is bot here with 24 CS. Maybe let's lead you through this as well. We're also going to play this a bit, because this is kind of important for what's happening in the following. I know that Naafiri started on the Raptors, and with her spending time on bot side and on the crab, I could take her respawn Raptors on repeat, go into my jungle, take my camps again. I explained that earlier already, that we care more about our regular camps than about our buffs. Now I see they slipped in a pink ward at my blue buff. And that there's a lot of people coming towards me. I will play it from my POV because the enemy POV is not that relevant for this play. But I know I win the 1v1 against Naafiri. You know I'm still kiting out because Nautilus is coming and she's not yet in lethal. Now she's in lethal even because she flashed earlier when I took her first raptors, her first raptor respawn. And I know I can just, I still have my ult, right? I can just ult her, but I know I don't need to. I can just take her down. And this is like, this snowballs so hard now. And this is also very important. We take down this guy, charm him, go with him. What's he gonna do? He's gonna flash over to block his path. And we get a triple kill of this. For the next sequence, I cleared my jungle. And then I'm aware that Ornn has no flash and he has no ult. And my Rumble is struggling topside against him. And with my bot lane being already 1 and 6 down the line, it's kind of hard right now. Like, I will go there, but I can't gank them on an open lane. So I need the enemies to do a mistake, because the 3v3s, we lose bot side. But if we play it under the turret, we can win. So I play to defend my bot lane, and I can play aggressive onto top lane right now. I have a small window. So I want my... Let's watch it first from the enemy's view. And he is on... There he is. He's like, alright, I'm trading with the Rumble a bit. Oh, the Viego's coming, let me dodge it. I can't. And boom. And now let's see how this happened from my view. So right here, I'm doing my camp. I see this wave is being stuck a bit, which means the next wave is gonna meet up here. And with knowing Ornn has no ult and he has no flash, I know that we can one slow on this guy and I can just catch up. So I'm staying here outside of the vision. And right now I want to rumble. I ping that I come, and I ping on this thing. You can't see it here because they're not sure, but I ping on this pillar here of Ornn so that Rumble baits him into like walking there. He makes it maybe a bit obvious. But now he's going in. I have to join. Ornn uses his E. And if you just hold, I use my E to like get the movement speed because I don't need the attack speed. It's usually just to get close. And I hold my W here. It's probably the most important part. I channel my W. I still want to abuse the time that Ornn has no W up, but I also, if I hold it, they try to dodge, and while they try to dodge, you can close the range between them because they click left, right, left, right, and so on. And that's gonna minimize the range for us to group up to catch up to. And then eventually he's gonna fall in it anyway. I still also have ult here, but if I don't need it, I can just take him down with auto attacks. Now directly next play, I had to stop because this guy is like bugged. It makes like 20, 20, 20, 20, people, I don't know, like some weird sounds I can't in the replay. It's so annoying. So I swap immediately to, after this play on top, I immediately base. And even though I have camps here, the first thing I do is I look at bot side. And I see they're pushing. Our turret is fairly low. They get the next plating here for sure. And I know also that I'm on a power spike again, right? I have my Kraken Slayer, I have half of my shield bow. So I'm like, all right, they definitely want to make something, a play there. Drake is up, so Naafiri is also around there. I want to defend my bot lane. So let's look at from the enemy POV first. We go here. We also see Naafiri doing Drake, right? We can assume this. Oh, the Thresh is going in. Let's get him. Let's get him for a 4th time. Oh, I got him, don't worry. Oh no. Oh, oi. All right, so let's watch this back from my POV. I'm coming from base. I see this play happening here. Oh, was a bit too far. And now they don't see me. They don't see me yet. Look at the exact timing. Now they see me. I'm still using my home guards. She's stunned. So I'm trying to chain lock. I think she had a brief moment where she could have blocked it. So I'm trying to chain CC this. She ults, and while in ult, she's like slowed, right? So I'm ulting onto her, but she flashes it. Still gets slowed though. I smite her, apply a new slow, and we just take her down anyway. And then with Samira, just using E, using the ult to get close, because I know I can 100% take this guy down as well. And boom. I'm here, I should be dead. Like, I'm willing to trade getting 2 kills and therefore die, which is maybe not the best, but that's the decision I make. And Talia blocking the Nafiri ulti on time, holy shit, I think I pinged her, like, I was like, oh, you're the greatest, holy shit, that was so nice. That was very, very well played of the Talia. And I actually end up living. So we just took them down and yeah, got 2 nice kills. For me, not from my bot lane. My bot lane is still super far behind, but I need to help to carry this. We immediately go into the next sequence, and guess what? I cleared my whole jungle, and I recalled. I got my item power spike now. I got my shield bow. I even got my plated steel caps. Super high value here in this game. And I immediately rushed bot lane. So one thing, I use my E here because it's only going until here, it doesn't show, they're not close enough, and I need to be here as soon as possible because they're already going in. So we see the enemy POV first, they don't see me yet, and now they're like, oh shit. And we take this guy down as well. And we go back from my POV. So here, I know Thresh has hook and he has his E up. He has everything up. He has also flash up. So I'm channeling my W. And here, I really don't mind who we take. Like, if Talian hits a knock-up, I'm definitely going to go on her. Of course, she's the highest value target. But generally speaking, we can also burst this guy down. Like, just give me a reset. Hit my W auto attack, Q auto attack. I'm rooted. Now he Qs me. I immediately ult because I know it's going to finish him off. And here, one thing, by the way, just a small side note. If you're playing ever Nautilus against Nyla, Samira, I don't know why I confuse these two so often. Your auto attack is only going to root, so it's not going to stop her ult. Like, it doesn't matter here because she doesn't have her ult up and she's dead anyway. But generally, you want to then Q her and she can actually W the Q. But yeah, here it doesn't matter. So I just take her down. Take her as well. And we keep on going. Now, the next sequence is our top laner, Rumble, just died. And the enemies, the current objective is the Rift Herald. So while the enemies, I can also show it to you, are all on Rift Herald and taking the top T1 tower, there is a rule I follow, which is contest or concede. Either we contest the objective and we all go there, which we can't because we are outnumbered, or we concede the objective and make a cross-map play. This means all the enemies are top-sided, which means this guy is alone, which means the objective I'm playing for is the bot lane turret. So how can I get this bot lane turret with the maximum efficiency? Because I can't touch these camps. I'd like to, but Rumble died for, I don't know. So if I can't touch these camps, there's nothing else up to do. I play for this turret here. So let's see it first from the enemy POV. This is the moment he died top lane, I made the decision we're gonna make the crossfire play. So we're gonna watch it from Ari POV first. This is normal speed. This is what Ari sees. Oh, Viego, it's a nice escort. And she's gone. So let's sum this up. I don't know how you say it in English. So I go here, I ping incoming bot. I put my sweeper on, so I see what information she has above me, over me. Because here, ping ward, I know she doesn't see me here. And I'm like, okay, how do we play this out? If I now just use my E and walk at her, she's just gonna walk it out. She's just gonna walk it out. If I walk at her and they ult, she's gonna ult. I'm not gonna kill her. She can clear the wave, whatever. So what I need her to do is I need her to fight the Talia, and then I join the fight, because even if she ults then, we can still get her. So I'm just patiently waiting here. Now my Talia misses her W, lays down the field, and her missing the W gives the Ari, who's like way ahead, like she's 2 levels above, right? My Talia, she's like, oh, she's free now. And she's probably playing like all game a bit. I'm not gonna forget the ult that saved me here. So and now I know, all right, she's moving in. I put down my E, and she's forced to ult now. She even ults. Like, she should have ult this way to make it a bit harder, but like she'd still like that then. So it's just very hard for her here. It was a good field. And now I just have to walk here with her, because she has everything up, right? She's waiting for me to channel my W, to cancel it or something. If I auto-attack her, anything, she's just gonna do stuff to me. So I just walk here with her. I don't care what she uses. So I shortly tap my W so she doesn't have reaction time. Get my damage down. Sadly missed my Q. I should have hold that. And now she used her last ultimate dash, Spirit Rush, and she doesn't have flash. So I can just ult on her. Even gonna dodge her charm with it and just finish her off. If she like hits the charm, I can still flash after. I have my shield bow still, so this is like very easy pick. So here in the next scenario, I'm pinging that I want to go top, because we have information that the whole enemy team is moving towards top side. And in opposite to the last time, again, my rule, contest or concede. I'm super strong. I want to contest fights. I want to be in the fights. So I know enemy team is moving top. They want to look with the Arnold onto the Rumble. Here's by the way the bug queen. Probably gonna hear this a lot. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, so let's see how this plays out from the enemy POV first. And he's there. Boom. Oh shit, they're all here. The Avengers, the whole squad. Bam. So let's play it from our POV. I have the whole information here. And look at the exact timing. I'm still hovering this side, because I'm thinking like, depending if he moves like back here, I will go into the bush, because they will come from here and I get an angle on them. But now he ease in. This is the moment I stop, like look at the enemy POV. I'm barely out of the vision. Now that he ease, I'm walking into the vision. Talia ult comes as well. And we just pick him off. Even without the Talia, we have like ults, we can slow him down. He's like, we are just super sticky, and he's just gonna die. What I also want to mention is what I see a lot of people doing wrong, like in this case, the enemy team, that setting up objectives usually win the game over just stacking dragons, get a soul, and win. That's how League of Legends is currently played. So when the Drake is about to come up, like already before, you should already grab the vision and be ready to fight for the Drake. Here we see the whole enemy team, like Rumble and Ornn, killing each other, which is actually good that Ornn also died. And Nafiri also being top, with Drake spawning in 15 seconds. Yes, you could look for the top lane turret and completely trade the Drake and get like both of these turrets. But let's see what they actually end up doing. They leave. They spawn the rift, but Nautilus is leaving, which means both of them are now spawning from base and they want to contest the Drake, but they don't make it in time, even being like so super far ahead. So what I do is I again place a pink ward, I grab vision, and I'm shadowing my Yunara to grab the mid lane priority. Now my Yunara is 0 and 5, Samira is like 6 and 2, right? She's 2 full items, she's like super strong. She's like, let me go in, I'm gonna fight this guy 1v2. But I'm right there because I want to have priority, and we just pick her up. Get a free kill, and now even with them recalling, they can't contest the Drake anymore. And when Rumble respawns, he can just grab the top lane turret. Rift turret doesn't even spawn. So this is a super important concept to understand when Drake is about to spawn, that you want to gank either mid or bot lane and have a push, have the priority with the minions. So the minions push and someone needs to answer it. So you get information, you grab vision, you grab space. This is very important. Now we have the very similar example to the last Drake fight that I taught you about this game 2. Is Drake just spawned and we are again ready here fighting for the enemies, but the enemies got the Baron buff. Remember, I still have a 2 and 12 bot lane against the enemy super fat bot lane, and they're all quite strong. So we're not the one giving the tempo here, but we're here in the first place. Let's play this from our POV, because I think this is enemy POV is not that important. So we have a normal ward in here, and we know Naafiri just went in here. So I placed the pink ward in here because I want to know exactly who is in here. She gets caught by Talia, and we know there is no one super close by. Like, this is too far away already for her to die. Like, she could have W'd it, and we just burned her WCD for a bit. But now she gets stun lock. We all waiting behind this wall for a pick. I dodged the Nautilus hook with the possession. Going into DW. Because I don't know what's coming from there. And now we just play this out. I know that still Arya Nautilus are there. So I try to blind hit them, but they cleared the ward, right? And now it's important. This guy is super dead. This guy is super dead here. Like, I could still go on this guy. It's probably also not bad. But I'm like, I will kill this guy. And the Nautilus ult is coming. And I dodge it with my ult. Boom. And grabbing the body. Just playing the team fight. Even blocking the Nautilus hook. But this guy is like dead anyway. And now we take the Drake. So first set up vision. Be usually, or I'd say in like 80% of the times, being around mid-side, looking for a pick, looking for fight, establishing vision around it, denying the enemy vision, then doing the Drake. This is how it usually goes. And here we have the last example of this. We just lost the fight. All the enemies are recalling. We see them recalling. And the Drake is up in around 45 seconds. So I see the on here. I still want to establish the vision around the Drake, and I see the on here stepping. So I wait until the Samira recalled, so she can't join here. We get the on flash already. Missed the hook. And if we get a pick now, it's the same logic. If we get a pick now around the bot side here, we can immediately fall back into the Drake, and I'm the one who has to carry this, right? So I need to be careful at the same time while making the plays. So, bada bing, get the Ornn, get the Nautilus, still have GA up. And now immediately ping. My first thought is let's go Baron, but Naafiri is actually up, and this is the third Drake, so we can first take the Drake here, which is the right call, first go Drake. Otherwise they had soul point. We get the Mountain Drake, which is also high value. Whatever she tries there. Start the Drake. I just want to, we already got 2 picks. We don't need more picks. So I'm really not a fan of like lurking around for more kills. Just grab this, and if they come here, we can fight them here still. Like zone them off, zone them off, yes. And yeah, whatever she does there, tries to go for the Drake, and now we get the Baron on top as well. And end the game a bit later. For the third game, where would you path here? So in the third game, I chose to path into top lane. We have Kayle Sign top versus on the bot lane, Veigar Nami against Caitlyn and Nautilus. And the jungle matchup is my Viego against the enemy Warwick. And there's following reasons for it. On bot lane, we will definitely not win the 3 versus 3. Nautilus is so much stronger in skirmishes than Nami, and Vega is like Caitlyn is so much stronger than Vega is in the skirmishes. And even though Warwick is kind of equally strong to Viego in the early skirmishes, we can deal with him, but he's a bit annoying with the damage reduction on the E. He can make it a bit tough. So to sum it up, the 3v3 on bot, we lose 100%. And bot lane also wins the enemy bot lane on the 2v2 itself. So we will not even have priority on the bot lane. On the other hand, top-sided is I have a Kayle and they have a Zayn, and he should have a lot of pressure on her early on. And if the Warwick decides to go topside, I want to defend my Kayle. In this game though, we spotted the Warwick doing his Raptors and pathing from top to bot. So this opened up a potential 2v1 scenario for us on top side. And we can see how this played out. My Kayle TP'd in already, got her a Kal, and has now this wave here, crashing in. A huge wave, and Zayn has no summoners. They both traded summoners, and that just opens up a super juicy free kill for me. So I'm just cutting off his way here, shelling my W, making sure it hits. Probably should have gone this way because he can't escape down there because the minions already arrived. And getting the auto take in because before he may even get out with Q or whatever. Now let's look at the follow-up on this. First from the enemy POV, and then we do it from our POV. So this is the enemy Zayn. He has a huge wave being stacked up against him. Okay, it's level 6. He's still like quite a bit off of level 6. And he's gonna get it all in his face. Boom. So some neighbors of mine are shouting around. So let's see how this actually happened. So I'm pathing towards top side. I see that her wave is that my Kayle is pushing. So what do we do with the push wave? If you've watched this video already until here, you've probably noticed that when the wave is pushed, I like to go and do a lane gank. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm sneaking in the lane, make sure that I'm not spotted. The wave crashes. Now I'm walking in. And the moment he sees me, anyway, I'm just going to catch up with my E. We collapse on him and get him destroyed under the turret. It's like super easy. Just make sure, open up W auto attack, Q auto attack. Even if Naafiri wasn't there, we have Kayle ult, I have my ult. He's just like super dead and there's nothing he can do about it. Where would you path in this game? So for the fourth game, I choose to path into bot lane. On top, we have Zayn against Ambessa. And on bot lane, we have Zilean Ezreal against Kai'Sa Leona. And the jungle matchup is my Viego against the enemy Nocturne. So on top side, there are a lot of skirmishes happening, but the Ambessa has Ignite. So they will be way stronger in the 2v2 than Nocturne and me. And on bot lane, even though you could say, oh, they have Leona, she is like, she goes in, she stuns, right? And she's definitely stronger. Is if you have a range support, that's not true for all Elos, by the way, but the higher you go, the more likely it will be. Because if you have a range support against the melee support, Leona is not a champion on level 1. It's like same for Alistar or all these melee characters, because if they go up and hit the minion wave, they will get auto attack bullied, like poked, from all the ranged champions, like Zilean, can be Xerath, can be a Nami, can be Zona. They can always punish with auto attacks on the enemy AD carry or support. That's why naturally, range supports against melee supports usually have the priority in the lane, which we also see here. Our bot lane pushes in, and the enemy tries to desperately look for a fight, and you can see here they're level 2 against level 3. Still somehow this looks a bit scuffed, what my Ezreal did there. Like Kai'Sa not even burning the summoners. They went through all the potions down here, but yeah. So I went here and let's see how it played out. So let's see the enemy POV. They kill the Ezreal. And then, whoa, wild Viego appears. Where did he come from? Oh no. Oh, I got him, don't worry. Oh, I got the Zealand. No. Oi, 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 oi. Boop. Bam. Alright, so let's now watch it from my perspective. So I see the fight happening around here. And the Ezreal died because he stepped too far in. And I see they want to go on here. And I'm just immediately going to flash. So here I open up with the W auto attack. I can Q auto attack her and put my E down in the way where she's going to run. Not this way, not around the wall, but like where's she going to go? She's not walking this way. This is her only path out into the Nocturne. We also know the Nocturne went there. So she flashes and uses barrier. But I know on my next Q, I catch up with the movement speed. I just take her down. And now I don't immediately take the Kaiser. I first use my auto attack W here on this guy. He flashes out, otherwise I'd also Q'd him. Now I take the ranged champion so I can catch up to him again. She didn't, like I'm level 4, right? So I was like, I'm pressing E, but Kaiser was level 2 at that time and didn't have E. So I don't get to E her as well. And we chase him in here. He put down the red trinket. So I try to space him, and I should click back into here already again. Like slightly like a frame earlier. Would have been perfect. But I was like scared that he could like Q auto attack, but he had Q still on cooldown. He could Q auto attack and like heal up a lot and maybe turn, and he's dead anyway. And now I just went out, WQ him, and we take him down. So how does this follow up? You've watched until now, so you probably know what's going to happen here. We have a stacked wave, and you can also see the enemies have this area warded. And we know from earlier, right, this is like only like 2 minutes later, that Leona doesn't have any summoners. So, or doesn't have a flash, which is the crucial thing to look for. Let's play it. We have a stacked wave. She just queued the minion, eat into him. Now she's like, oh no. Oh, what have I done? Oh, the misery. What have I done? But this was not everything. Now let's play and look at what's happening here from their POV. What is he doing there, this Viego? Let's get him. Oh, it's not looking good. Oh, it's really not looking good. Oh, shit. Alright. So, how could this happen? Let's see again. I again know Nocturne and I, we have the same pathings, right? Our pathings are mirrored. So we see I took my whole jungle and I end up being bot lane. We can see this here, but I already knew it in-game. Took his whole jungle and he is also here. But because I killed him earlier, I had a tempo advantage. So I knew that he was still on this camp, which you will see me pinging for afterwards as well. So Leona goes in. This moment I pop my E so I can catch up. W auto attack, Q auto attack, then just auto attack her down. Now the wave is gonna push in, and now you see the pings. Leona, which is me, right? I'm just Viego. I'm pinging because I know the Nocturne is here, and I think in game I saw that there's like a black thing underneath it if the camp just died on the Gromp. So I knew he was somewhere here, but I'm like far stronger, right? Look at my items. Like there's no way they can, like, this is all his burst. But now I'm trying to kite away from the Kaiser, who's right behind here, and try to get him down here towards my teammates. And I hope for Zillian that he already came up here. But I end up picking him up anyway. Quickly skill level 6 before when you're level 5 and you turn level 6 with the kill. You need to shortly be very fast with leveling up, otherwise you don't get the ultimate on the Nocturne. And you see me spam pinging because we're on a short time and then I have like 600 smite. We can shortly do this and get a free Drake because I have time here. Like I have like 20 seconds for this, so like doing Drake here, he's dead. is the best, and only Velkots could stop me there. So yeah, let's look at the next opportunity here. And I remember you, this is Master Elo, and if they play like this, I swear, they just permanently do it. So Leona sees me here, they see Nocturne very far behind, and she decides to go on him anyway. I have no words for this, but this is like just pressuring bot. How is she able to play? So why was I bot again, and how did I manage it? Therefore, we have to play it back a bit. So right here, we spotted the Nocturne on top side. We knew he had his whole top side camps up. I was also top. He went for the top side gank. And my mid laner sadly dies, but I couldn't catch the Velkots in time. So now I see him having 58 CS. I know that his top lane camps are up. And I'm looking at this. I see a slow push. So I smell a dive angle onto the Kaiser. Next wave is coming. But the Leona is coming actually behind them. So I'm watching this. But there is no way that they, like, he flashes out. I'm taking his camps, right? I'm just sitting on his camps, but I'm ready to go down here. So I'm like, oh, let's see. Now they see me, they have vision on me, they just let go, we crash the wave. That she now goes even into him is like so illegal. And of course she dies for it, right? She has no flash. I thought she'd like walk here, so I always try with my ult to like ult behind them. And as you can see, I don't even bother to like use my flash. I just, what is this Olaf item? By the way, holy shit, I love it. Component maxing. So just flash him whoever, because Kaiser is way here in the back. There's no way we hit her. So you just hit the front line. Like, I'm not even aiming for the Kaiser. She can just run out here and we get nothing. But she is in and she can't get out. So we definitely go on her. And just make sure to like, to actually chase her down. We follow up with the next sequence is we made a bot lane play. You can see my top lane camps are about to respawn. And the void grubs are on. And top lane wave, there is no wave. It's gonna be in the middle again. We see the Leona here on the map. Zealand is also rotating topside. I recalled. And so what are the enemies gonna do? They're either gonna look for a play on mid or on topside before. And they're gonna play for the voids. I don't necessarily want to have the void grabs, but I want to have the fight, because when you're strong as Viego, or like with any skirmishing champion, you want to fight. Like you love people running into you because you just beat them. So we see them there. We ping that. She comes out of the vision. Hextech flashes over here. And they take him down. I tried to make it in time. I also pinged that we are coming. I pinged it already before I went base. We're slightly too late here. So we grab the minion wave. Velkot's also there, so it's 4 people here. Meow. Okay, so we'd be like, alright, this is over, right? No. Because what are these people gonna do? We can either grab these minions here, but I want to hang around here and still look for the fight, because Olaf can still join if he decides to come. He has ult, he has everything else. Yes, we have Olaf mid. And I still want to fight. Just Q poker here. Zillion standing there like a boss. Be like, yo, I have summoners, I have ult. And I'm better now ulting in. Now look closely. Velkot's already moved down here. This is already, like, for him to ult, he needs to be in this area. This is enough time. The time he needs from here to here, that we can immediately turn on these people. She goes in, so I don't hit the Ambessa there. I get out my combo, and then I just make sure to grab anyone. I don't really care who I grab. Pop another Q or Viego in, and we just take her down. Get a double kill. Now they got maybe the void grubs, but now we have the pressure. Because, yeah, you can have the void grubs if you like, but we get the complete fight. And him staying here like this is like super int. I could have tanked a turret shot more here, but I was kind of also scared. I don't have shield bow yet. That the Velkots is gonna ult me, so I don't want to actually. I tank one turret shot here, another one, but I don't want to die, and Olaf finishes the job like a man. So that's what we get from this. So they got the void grubs, we won the fight, and now we have all the pressure. Oh, and he dies. Which is fine, I think. He got executed. Now we look at the next play. I'm super strong. I'm very close by to my shield bow. And I'm like, if I was Nocturne, would I ult on the Olaf? No. On design? No. It's only a bot lane fight. And we already should be ahead bot lane, but Kaiser somehow ended up getting a couple of kills. But we still should be here. And I know, because I think I just died and I respawned, and I know Nocturne took my bot sided. So I see this happening here, and whatever is left here, I'm gonna go in there and I try to be here on time. So I think for this play we don't need enemy POV. It's very self-explanatory. My English skills, so crazy. And Zilean is like so strong. This is such a strong champion. I channel my W here because I have Red Trinket on, right? So I know he doesn't have info on me on the whole way here. So I know my W is gonna hit. Can't spell shield it, even if he had it. And we first take this guy down. And now with Leona, also if people run Hextech Flash, you can quickly press tab and see if they have Hextech Flash up. Because if it shows that they have Hextech Flash, you just know they don't have a regular Flash. So it's very easy kill as well. I can't go for an auto tag, but my ult kills. I don't want it to stun me, so I can also run out again. What am I looking at? I don't know. But yeah. And for the last game, where would you path to? So for the fifth game, I chose to path into bot lane. And let's look at the game. We have top lane Aatrox against Nabessa, both playing with Ignite. And it can be that there is a lot of fighting happening around top lane. And for bot lane, we have Ezreal Senna into Jinx Alistar. And what I mentioned earlier with the, what was it, Zilean against Leona matchup, if you have a range support bot lane, you usually have priority bot lane. Same for Alistar, what I also mentioned, it's just how it goes. So me pathing bot lane here, I will have the priority pretty much, and they also get them low on top. So they fail their mission to stay healthy and look for an engage. And yeah, and Katos also realized it and choose to path into top side. And yeah, but what actually happened here in this game is I see bot lane, they still have summoners, I can't dive them with the Alistar. And I know, looking at mid lane, both of them are low. So I know that there is the possibility that Katos could be on this here right now. So I have to double check, and I'm just looking at mid lane, how it plays out. And the thing is gone there. I see the Katos walking mid lane, he has 24 CS. So what I'm doing here is I'm just hovering around mid lane, making sure she gets the recall off. But nothing actually happened here. I'm just covering. I'm also canceling my recall another time. Until this, it's like 25. So I can just sit here for a bit. And yeah. In the fifth game, my first gank actually happened very late in the 8th minutes. So as you can see, 1 kill on top lane, and besides that, nothing much happened. There was trading in mid lane, and both the enemy jungler and I covered around mid lane, but everybody was playing very cautiously. And yeah, but now I see this wave being pushed over the middle. I see in the bot lane there is no dive angle still against Alistar. We just build up pressure and slowly chip them down. And I just make sure to play around this. And yeah, but coming back to this, Yasu knows he has Katos ult in the back. And I know that Katos is right now right here, or probably already on his Raptors. And I know some shit is going down in mid lane soon. So I actually break my camp because I think the likelihood is very, very high. And I still have like 13 seconds on my crux, so I can wait here. And we actually gonna see how this plays out. She's hovering around. Now he uses his wind wall to block her auto attack for her to not get her passive on. And boom, he's gone. So maybe because I come off the screen, I put it from my perspective here again. So I'm exactly waiting, I'm hovering here. And this, I just wait here for her to crush the wave and then I'd leave. But in the moment that he uses his wind wall and this is down, now look at his vision. He sees me right now, but he's too slowly to react. Like even if he flashes my W, if he had flash, I just smited him, get rid of his shield and ult after him and he's still dead. And she can also throw a Q or whatever. He's dead anyway, if I hit my W or not. And we pick him up. For the next one, first again, we're gonna see it from the enemy perspective first, and then I'll play my perspective afterwards. Okay, now let's play my perspective. So, as you can see, wait, let's go back here. And so I grab the scuttle. Again, you can see I cleared my whole jungle down there and I want to pressure this. I see them being low, even if she has flash or barrier. Right here, now she sees me. I'm channeling my W. Q, she flashed it. But I know my ult, even if she has barrier, she still dies. She should never have flashed here and just accept her death. So I get her. And right now, I saw the Alistar out of my screen that he's still recalled there, so I cancel it. And here, this is one minion. I could have just waited for this minion to die, but I'm greedy. What can I say? I should also have like trapped here to catch the Alistar and something. But I was like, if I ult a frame earlier, I can get him before he gets into my W range maybe. But I messed it up. Like still good. Alistar got the shutdown on me. And he had barriers, so he lives. We got them. But like one Jinx will pew, and they're gone, right? But no. Oh, that was close. The next sequence is again from the enemy PoE first, and then I'll put on my PoE. So Karthus is doing the Drake here, he pulls it out. Oh, I have it in a half vision, half speed. He gets the Drake, very sadly. Don't ask me what I did there. But I was like, why did I flash onto that? I completely broke my hands there. But let's look at it from my PoE. So here we know that stuff is going down bot. Like she's low. They killed the Zenna down there. He's on the Drake. But I'm like, all right, they can have the objective, but we're gonna take the lives for it. So I'm making sure I just want the assist, not necessarily the kill. And then Jinx comes in here with like, and I know she still doesn't have flash. So I just ult on her, the first one, and I ult immediately on her. Like this is like my own ult now. Fair shame, right? And here, he goes into his ultimate. I put in the choppers. Don't hit my W. If I hit the W there, he's just dead immediately. And now I have to dodge his tornado, or I want to dodge his tornado. I should have just turned on the Alistar here, right? And here, I just break my... If I hit my W, maybe there. But like, I completely messed this up mechanically. Otherwise, all four had been dead. So this was still a good play by the Thought, and we played around bot side here, but mistakes were A, too late to the Drake, should have moved in a bit earlier, and B, I mechanically misplayed, so they got, instead of me getting 4 kills, I only got 2 kills, and they also got kill in return. The next thing is here, because many people think ganking only means that you play for the lanes, and that's also like a lot of the times you play for like ganking certain lanes, right? But here you can see I'm on a power spike. I know Viego is a skirmish god, like you get onto someone, you just pop him. So, and I know me having ult, I'm so much stronger than Karthus. So I know his red buff is gonna spawn, and we also know that Karthus is around top side. Because he's a super fast clearing jungler. He's usually like when the camp is up, he's on it. He didn't even go for the scuttle first. So I ping that I want to go here, and my Senna, positive Nancy, comes with me. And we see him right here. I don't have smite to smite it away. He does. He gets level 11 from it. Auto attack him. And I immediately, like his E doesn't deal the damage, right? It's the Qs and his ult. But I know I have my Senna with me. So I ult out and don't fall for the bait on Karthus to take his body, because he's super squishy and you usually just don't do yourself a favor and get killed if you take him. So in this scenario here, we can see that our Senna died and that our Vex died, and we can see here on the right that the Drake is going to spawn in 20 seconds. So Karthus and I already fought around my camp here, and because they have 2 more men than we have right now, they can put on a lot of pressure, and now they are in the situation that they can play for the Drake and bully us out. So I'm trying to get an advantage somehow. Be like, all right, we have still like a short window, but we can maybe pressure mid lane here. And I see the Karthus now being bot side, going for my camps instead of getting the mid priority. When you remember from the previous sequences of the other games, that I usually stay around here, grab vision and so on, which I also tried to do this game, but I couldn't because we were outnumbered. But I'm still in the area. So this opens up now. I wasn't sure if Yasuo had ult already up again or not. So I just ult the Alistar combo. Make sure to not get in the knockup. And I'm just willing to fight. Like, I just want to fight them. I want to somehow get them down. If they go onto me, it's fine. Just grabbing the kills. So now we saw the Karthus moving there. We grabbed them. The Ezreal died, but we got 2, so 2 for 1. My Vex died bot lane again, but it doesn't matter right now here. So we push out again the mid lane here. What I said earlier, getting the mid lane priority. And I also popped a Herald here, so we're definitely gonna get this turret, which we somehow struggled in this game. And now who do we find here? Karthus doing the Drake. Like, even if Jinx was with him, I'm just so strong, it's like, it's incredible. So I use my E. Karthus doesn't want to flash initially, didn't flash the Vex before. Like, now he's dead already. And again, same as before, don't take the Karthus body. I rather stay in my own, get my shield bow procced, and turn to the objective. So we end up getting the Drake anyway. Okay, so this is the very next play after the Drake we just did. And after we fought around bot side the whole time, now guess what's going to happen? The enemies are going to rotate top side, because here everything is down, but like there's everywhere vision standing around. So I know now that the enemy Alistar is definitely gonna walk top. We see Jinx mid, so I expect Ambassador's top. Enemy Alistar somewhere around top. Enemy Yasuo is also going to be with the Alistar probably, and Karthus has his ult and is also probably top side. So I think 4 of them are top lane, which we also had in one of the games I went through earlier as well, I think, with the Leona against Zayn top lane stuff here. So it's, as you can see, it's like patterns that are very similar. And so we see it here, we pinged it out, taking the portal to be there as soon as possible. And if you know that this play is coming, it's gonna determine already where you are going to counter gank, right? Because you can just read them. Trying to catch up. Boom. And we grab this guy as well. Alright. Do I rewind this shortly? Maybe we can. Maybe we can. So, this is half speed.
starting with the Q ult. Ult is gonna proc the Q, right? The passive mark. Then he finishes him off. So now I take the ambassador to chase them. I go into my Q, then my E, then I Q backwards on the minions so that I get the next Q as well, because if you don't hit the minion, you don't get it, right? He knocks me back. I use the shield, block some turret damage. First get out of turret, aggro, then I take the soul. The next one is, as you can guess, again around objectives. It's like you see the shift in the mid game that when there's an objective coming up, like from minute 20 on, Baron is of course always on the map, but you always want to somehow get like vision controlled and fight over the mid lane, because from mid lane you can always walk into the objective. Either if it's Baron or if it's Drake, you can always walk there. So for a random reason, don't ask me why, this happens in Master, this happens in Grandmaster, this happens in Gold, in Iron, anywhere it happens. People randomly fighting. Yasuo fighting the enemy mid lane, Yasuo fighting our top lane Aatrox. So fight is going on. He puts his wind wall down. I miss my Q. Now he knocks me up in the exact perfect frame. Otherwise, I immediately got the get the Yasuo there, and now I have to flash out, because if I get hit by the stun, I'm just dying to random Carter stuff and so on. And now I'm just spectating the fight from the back. I'm helping with my W and letting my team play it out, who can out attack from range. And this is probably warded. No, it's not, but I have a minion there. Alright. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting around, lurking for my chance and seeing what I can do. So the ambassador is like, hey guys, do you want to win the game? And I'm like, of course. So we take the ambassador. If someone is running into you, you just kill him. It's like, if it's the ambassador, the Alistar, you just go on this guy. They tried to go on her in the back. And Yasuo with the clean swipe. So, and then you just get the objective. And then you win. Alright, so we finally came to the end of the video. That has been a hell of a journey. But we did it. If you've come to this point, congratulations. I hope that you could learn something. If you have any questions left regarding this topic or anything else, just write it down below and as a comment. I will make sure to answer it. And I'm probably just as happy as you are that you finished through this. Or maybe you didn't. I don't even know. But yeah, if you're looking for coaching, you can always reach out to me. My Discord link is in the description and my Discord tag is in the video. So yeah, I hope that you all have a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you watch this, and see you around.